Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, can you hear me at all? I can't hear you at all. No. Okay, I can't hear anything in my headset actually. Oh yeah. I've hooked everything up incorrectly. There. Alrighty. Nope. Keep talking. Okay, I'm just adjusting your volume. You must be very loud now, hey? Yeah? Okay, so just put that microphone right there. Okay, say something.
Hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, I can
Yep.
hear the feedback now. Yep.
Okay, so now you just want to pull these out and turn them down till the feedback's gone.
Okay. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Yep. I think I'm good.
Okay, I'm going to turn you up a little bit. And we're all set. Turn the squelch up a bit. Good. Now, I have a toy for you.
Please.
We're just letting the engine warm up.
Yeah.
So this is a GPS-oriented for-flight map thing.
Okay.
So you can kind of follow along where we are once it finishes starting. Oops. Close that. That blue dot is us. Once we start moving, it's going to turn into a little airfield.
Cool.
So we're going to bomb out here. We're going to go up, look at some of the mines, a few other things. Poodle on over to Battleford, and relatively inexpensive gas for a nice little airplane ride in the sunshine.
Perfect.
Okay. What are we? 28. 4.
Zulu, wind 210 at 7, visibility 15, sky clear, temperature 16, dew point 7, altimeter 29er72, IFR, approach, RNAV, runway 27. Inform Winnipeg, center of requested approach on initial contact, frequency 134.32. Landing and departing, runway 27, birds in the area.
You bet.
Inform ATC that you have information Foxtrot. Saskatoon Airport, information Foxtrot. Weather at 1600 Zulu.
16 minutes old.
210 at 7.
Southwest.
Visibility 15. Sky clear. Temperature 16. Dew point 7. Altimeter 29er72. IFR approach.
So what was that?
That was the automated weather system from Saskatoon telling us what's going on.
Okay.
Richter Field traffic, Comanche Foxtrot, November Zulu Bravo, started up the hangar line, taxiing out to the run-up area. Telling everybody else around here what we're doing.
So can they hear everything we say?
Only the things that I can, only the things that I'm transmitting.
Okay.
Them right there. Ready to have jumpers. Indicator settle down. So now I'm going to do the run-up. Establish the RPM required. It's got a hand brake, so I got to hold the brakes with one hand.
Yeah.
Mag drop. Good. Right mag drop. Absolutely on both. Very good. Slow to 1500 RPM. Drop. The green light I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Covers. Out. Good. Good. And that is in off the pin. Richter Field traffic, November Zulu Bravo, backtracking runway 26. So this is the mixture control.
Yeah.
That leans out the engine.
What do you mean by that? So
it controls the fuel air mixture.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, for takeoff, we're going to have it very, very rich.
Yep.
Because that assists with cooling the engine.
Okay.
It allows us to get maximum power without hurting anything. This is the throttle control.
Yep.
That's the prop RPM. That controls the RPM of the engine.
Okay, alright.
Basic controls. Oil pressure gauge. Probably the most important gauge in the airplane.
Oil pressure.
Second most important gauge for icing, but we're not going to have any of that today. No clouds.
Yep.
Also like 17 degrees.
Yeah.
And that's the vacuum gauge. This allows our vacuum instruments to work. That's the heading indicator. Compass. Heading compass are green. 26, and we'll set to the right. $16.20, so the clock is set. Checklist. Free and clear. We're on the left-hand tank. That's the proper one. Put the fuel pump on. Carb heat is off. Full rich. Prop is set full fine. Set the trim tab. Are up for this one. And the door is latched. Okay, last chance to chicken out.
No, I'm good. Let's do it.
Heading is correct. Richter Field traffic, November Zulu Bravo taking off. Runway 26, we'll be heading straight out. Airspeed's live. Vertical rate. Gear coming up. Gears up. The squelch was up too much that day. That's the trim tab. Okay? Yeah, you want to get that right there. There you go. Okay. speed up. We're going to cut that. I'm adjusting the engine RPM. Burn all the gas.
And what do you normally sit at?
About 2300. 23 squared is nice. I'm going to lean the here to kind of miss a little bit a couple of times. So we got the right mixture. Richter Field traffic, November Zulu Bravo is clear to the west at 2,700 feet. We're about 1,000 feet up, going west.
Is it about
7 traffic, Comanche Foxtrot, November Zulu Bravo just took off from Richter Field, runway 26. We're at 2,700 feet. We'll be turning towards the Cory and then the Vanscoy potash mines, November Zulu Bravo. We'll be climbing up to 3,500 feet. We'll listen to Saskatoon Traffic Center. Now we're just gently climbing.
So do you just know where to go from here? Or?
Well, I can see the mine.
Oh.
You can also see this is us. We're headed.
Okay. Nice and easy.
And 7920 kilos on rig base for 27.
So what we're listening to there is traffic. Good.
I can't hear anything.
That was the traffic out of Saskatoon. Oh, you didn't hear it, eh?
Kilo tower number 1.
Oh, I can.
Yep.
Is someone else calling tower?
Got there.
Extremely flat.
Saskatoon is extremely flat. You are no doubt about that whatsoever.
So where's the altitude?
That's our altitude right there. We're 3,500 feet.
Okay.
Clock, big hand, little hand.
Yeah.
That's our airspeed. We're going about 120 knots. Which isn't very much, but we got the power right back.
Kilo tower, clear to land, runway 27.
Cleared land, 20 kilo.
So do you press that button to talk to them?
Yep, that's my press to talk button.
Yeah.
When I press this, you're going to press that button. That connects the radio to the to my microphone. Otherwise, my microphone's just talking to you
Okay.
on a voice-activated system. Sorry, I was just turning some volumes down. There's so many volume knobs on this airplane, it's hard to keep track. Giant pain in the neck. So I'm just kind of skirting the edge of the Saskatoon control zone. As we go, and we're going to have a look at Cory.
And what's this mine here?
That's Cory.
Sorry. Okay.
That's the big one. Or the big local one.
Potash.
Yep, all potash mines.
Mike Romeo Bravo number 2, follow Bonanza 1 final.
Number 2 with the traffic off Mike Romeo Bravo.
So those are the students doing this.
Sorry?
Those are students that you're hearing. When they're talking, follow with the traffic, number 2 on final.
I can barely hear that, whatever they're saying there.
Yeah. So I've probably got the radio turned right down so it's not bothering you. There's so many volume knobs, the guy starts to lose track.
Yeah. all open cut mine?
No, they're shaft mines.
Okay.
You're looking at 30 years of salt
Development.
Actually, that's leftovers from the. I don't know, what would you call them? That's leftovers from the processing.
Okay.
All the potash up to clean it. And once it's cleaned, about 1/3 of it is potash.
Tower, good morning, this is Cessna 182, Golf Charlie, Charlie.
And then the rest of it is salt and clay.
What are they burning down here?
That's steam coming out of the mill.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of the process, you have to heat it.
On Bravo, contact ground 121.1.
When you heat the brine,
20 kill.
your solubility changes. Part of the process is heating.
Good
right.
morning, this is Cessna 182, Golf Charlie, Charlie.
Charlie,
In the solution mines, they actually precipitate it out by boiling the potash.
Sierra Charlie, Roger. Can climb at your discretion, and I'll get you to call Winnipeg on 119er.
Okay, call Winnipeg Center 1929, Charlie.
We'll just do a quick orbit here.
Mike Romeo Bravo, clear to land runway 27.
Clear to land 27, Golf Mike Romeo Bravo.
Zulu Hotel Lima number.
A reasonably small footprint.
Zulu Hotel Lima.
Well, it looks huge from the ground, but from up here it looks huge. 126.7 traffic, Comanche Foxtrot, November Zulu Bravo is at 3,300 feet over the Cory Potash mine. We're going to do a right-hand orbit of the mine, and then we're going to proceed north towards Vanscoy, November Zulu Bravo. The cogeneration station. Generate electricity.
Yeah.
See the big N on it for nutrient?
Big what, sorry?
N on the head frame for nutrient. I had a construction management project. I managed a project for Graham out here. We doubled the size of that mill. I built that big barn on the upper right-hand corner, furthest away from us.
Okay.
We reclad the head frame. We rebuilt the rail loadout. That rail loadout building?
Yeah.
That's the big, bright, shiny one that you can see with the white roof.
Yeah.
We built that.
Oh, very good. As in Prairie, or who you were with before?
A company called Graham Construction, which is a local construction firm.
Okay.
They're extremely well known in this part.
Tower, Washjet 321's with you for RNAV Yankee 27.
Washjet 321, Tower Roger, altimeter is 2907, TB number 2.
Nice coming up here with people that actually appreciate this. Because a lot of the people I go, hey, look, this is a potash mine.
Yeah.
Contact ground 121.1.
I want to see my house from here. Okay, we'll put her in a steep turn. Let's get her turned around here.
Zulu Hotel Lima, clear to land runway 27.
Clear to land 27, Golf Zulu Hotel Lima. Tower, Washjet 321. Just confirm as 15 usable to backtrack.
Washjet 321, no, you can't exit on 15, so we can plan a 180 back to Bravo or the end, whichever you like today.
Okay, thank you. We'll plan Bravo for Washjet 321.
Okay, check.
Dr. Tower, good morning. 185, Charlie Fox, Big Zulu Alpha.
So the Cessna 185 calling tower, give me the ident again.
Yeah, good morning, sir. It's Charlie Fox with Victor Zulu Alpha.
Victor Zulu Alpha tower.
Is that another mine over there, is it?
Vanscoy. Vanscoy is now a nutrient mine as well.
There's 2972
Awesome.
and clear great base.
2972, right base 27, Big Zulu Alpha.
Buy Vanscoy, or did they buy? Having a brain fart. It used to be an independent company called Egrium. And now I think it's a different thing. It's Mosaic or Nutrient Bottom, but I can't quite remember which one. I think it was. Of course, as you can see, the mines are just about touching.
Yeah, no, they're very close. Especially underground, I'm sure they're really close.
Well, they don't, like, they still are about 10 or 15 miles apart. Like, from here, you want to remember, you are now experiencing the pilot's perspective. The world becomes very small very quickly. You can see Allen Mine
Yankee Bravo tower line up.
over there.
Okay.
No, Allen Mine is not that far from here. And then once we get to Allen Mine, it'll be 5 minutes if we flew there. Langley, or Lanigan is just another 10 minutes.
Allen Mine, the one where this R400's going?
No. Alan, the R400 is going to Creighton Mine out at Witches in Ontario.
Okay.
Long ways away. Other side of the country. So when we were flying around, if we had gone flying around yesterday, above the clouds would have looked like this. All right, but we would have been looking at the tops of white clouds.
Tower suggests a left turn 3.
Well, a third of the sky was clear. The rest of it would have been obscured. Or we could have been 500 feet off the ground, going like hell, and that could be very disconcerting for a new person.
Oh yeah.
Shut those guys off. We're not anywhere near their controls. Plus, we're a heck of a target on their radar. Like, this airplane is going 50% faster than any other airplane they've got on their radar, right? So, it's very concerning for the air traffic controllers. We're also getting quite close to the practice area. The practice area is right over there, so a lot of new pilots would be over there practicing stalls and steep turns and what all else.
Okay. So what do they normally fly at? What sort of speed?
They'd be flying right about there.
At 90 knots.
At 90 or between 80 and 90. And we're not even going as fast. We could be flying here if we wanted. It's just it would be burning 20 gallons an hour of fuel for what reason? I'm just having a good time up here, right?
That's true.
Gas temperature's good, oil pressure's good, amp charging up, fuel pressure's holding steady. Turn you off. Oil temperature's dead center of the green. Vacuum your behavior. 2, 2, 2, 3.
So what does this do?
That, see, if you look at that compass, right, they agree right now. They look like they're about the same. But as soon as I turn, this compass goes way off. Compasses are quite jumpy. And they're subject to all kinds of, see, when I do this, the compass swings like crazy. But we actually have only changed our course about 5 degrees. So the compasses are very hard to read.
So you use that.
But that's a gyro-stabilized course indicator. So there's just a gyroscope in there holding this wheel steady in space. And I can set it to match the compass when the compass isn't jumping around.
And when you're going dead straight.
And then I can pick up headings that are accurate to within a degree off of that thing. Plus the autopilot's tied to that thing. Now the problem is it steadily precesses because of friction and the rotation of the Earth about 10 degrees every 15 minutes. Set it before you do anything.
So you just recalibrate every now and then.
Yep. About every 15 minutes or so, if you need it. We're just bombing around having a good time here. Don't really need it. So again, you know, we're looking at a big salt pile. There is a fair amount of salt and debris. Terribly smaller plant, right?
So
again, though, big rail loadout, and you can see the rusty old. They make red product. That red stain you see, not rust. It's ferrocene, terrible stuff. Rust in oil. That's what gives the potash its pink color.
So how do they actually get the potash out of the mine?
Head trim. So there's skips in those head frames. There's a vertical tunnel, and they just have alternating skips going up and down, 6 tons at a time. And then you can see the transfer belts.
Yep.
Okay, one of them is an emergency or mine access for people. The other one's for product, the one with the conveyor belts.
Yep.
The conveyor belts go in the mill, from the mill to the storage barn. Big rail loadout here.
So you obviously don't want potash to get wet. Is that correct?
That's right. The barns have a concrete floor with a reclaim system. And from the barn, it'll go into the rail cars.
So there's not much water used underground?
Really? In fact, what you're trying to do is avoid having that at all costs. So we want to go on a course of about 113 degrees.
Saskatchewan training
295 degrees. Head to North Battleford, buy some gas.
At 4,500 and descend to 2,900.
Which is kind of dumb. I'm flying to North Battleford and burning. How far is it? How far are we going to go? 70 knots. So we're going to spend 30 minutes getting there. And I'm going to burn, you know, $50 of gas in order to $50. I wanted to fill all the tanks anyway.
Yeah.
Nice little trip.
That's smart. I like that.
Let's go beep and do some stuff. And I can set up the navigation gear so it points at North Battleford too. Let's see. Nearest. Non-directional beacon. North Battleford. North Battleford, there you are. 302 kilohertz. And pointed at North Battleford.
So how far out does it take to normally see them?
Beacons?
Oh, like the town.
Oh, the town. We're going to be 15 miles out, and we should be. We're kind of going west. West is even. Climb to 4,500. 126.7 traffic, Comanche Foxtrot, November Zulu. Our tour of the Vanscoy potash mine. We're climbing up to, we're 3,400, climbing 4,500 VFR to North Battleford, November Zulu Bravo.
So as you go higher, will you burn less fuel?
Yep, that's exactly what. The air is literally quite a bit thinner. We're just climbing 1,000 feet, we could burn 3 or 4% less fuel. If we got up to 10,000 feet, we could burn, hell. We'd go from a burn rate of about 15 or 16 gallons an hour down to about 12.
Right.
Big difference. And we'd be going faster too.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we'd have to put on oxygen. Really want to do that. I don't anyway.
I'm good not doing that.
Traffic, both our Twin Kilos, currently en route to North Battleford, 24 miles east of Battleford, currently over the town of Maine on 4,500.
So how do you know if they're talking to you?
I'll put my call sign in front of it.
What's your call sign?
November Zulu Bravo.
Why is that your call sign? Is that just what you think?
That's just what the airplane was registered at. You look out there on the window.
Okay.
So, government, when this airplane was new, put that tag on it. And if anybody's looking at the airplane or whatever, they can see, hey, that's the airplane that's flying around. He's breaking the law. We should tell on him. Or search and rescue. I saw a CF-CKW fly overhead here not too long. And then if we had a flight plan, they'd give me a unique number.
Okay.
And then they would know that flight plan number, or that transponder, because that broadcasts 1200 back to, every time this light flashes, we've been hit by a radar. And whenever that light blinks, I'm sending the number 1200 back to them. That'd be Saskatoon.
Okay.
There's another radar in North Battleford. Well, because we got 1200, they just know I'm flying VFR, and I don't want to talk to you. But if I had a flight plan file, they would know that's this airplane and all these other things. My wife know we're okay.
So is that a little GPS beacon?
That's our personal locator beacon.
It's only tiny.
Yeah, there's nothing to them. Expensive at all. Viable things, actually. They work quite well. So here, pretty quick, we're going to fly over the North Saskatchewan River. You can see there's kind of a rise in the ground. The ground's a little higher over there, so you can actually kind of see the hill. Not much of a hill, of course.
Hill.
The ground over there is at 2,300 feet, and the ground here is at 700 feet. So it's for 1,007. So it's 500 feet high. No? Higher than it is here.
Yeah.
Not by much, though. right here. Yours is open. Fucking blow air around. This thing has got air. You can push that forward if you don't want air on your face. You got options.
Yeah. That's just air straight from outside.
Yep. Outside your door.
Cool.
That air is at 14 degrees. It's a really warm day. This is quite, you're getting amazing weather for start of September. That's the North Saskatchewan River. You can see it. We're going to fly over along it here in a little bit. There's actually two rivers. The one back there is the South Saskatchewan River. They join at the forks, just west of Prince Albert.
Cessna 172, Foxtrot Alpha Romeo Charlie, currently 25 miles to the north of Buffalo Pound Lake, inbound
Buffalo Pound Lake. He's way up north.
7,500 feet. Foxtrot Alpha Romeo Charlie.
So, you know, when I was doing my position report there, I said, hey, this is where I am, where I'm going. I'm climbing to this altitude. We're on the common traffic right channel right now. So I'm just randomly broadcasting to anyone who might be listening where I am and what I'm doing. And that way, if anyone's close to me, they can kind of phone me back and say, hey, you know, we're at the same altitude, going the same place. We should watch out for each other. Yeah. Sort of make sure yourselves don't get in any trouble. There's very little wind up here.
Where are you saying the wind?
There's very little wind up here.
How are you?
No turbulence.
Oh, that's right.
Well, our heading, our GPS heading is about 310. The compass is showing about 310. So essentially this measures my track over the ground. That measures which way I'm pointing. And those two things are kind of agreeing right now. So that means there's no wind blowing us off course or anything. There's a little bit out of the southwest, and we're going northeast, so it's kind of whatever wind there is behind us. And right now our ground speed is 136 knots. So we're going about 280 kilometers an hour right now.
Yeah, right. That's pretty quick. So what makes it that this plane can go faster than everyone else's?
Big engine.
The engine.
Yep. It's also got laminar flow wings, so there's a very thin, symmetrical profile to the wings, very efficient. It's basically a commercially designed plane. It makes it a real bitch to fly.
What, because
it has certain flight characteristics that are extremely unpleasant. Like if we stalled the plane, we'd be flying along here and everything would be great. We'd be looking happy, and then we'd be upside down looking at the ground.
Yeah.
The plane just quits flying.
Yeah, right. So it's not very good at gliding.
Well, it's great at gliding as long as you keep your speed up.
Yeah. I don't know if that's gliding.
Well, yeah, it is. But it's, you know, its descent rate in gliding is the same as any other aircraft. It's just a matter of speed and wing loading. You don't want to go slow.
Sure.
Right? Which means landing it takes a little bit of skill, and you also have to be very careful with the load characteristics. A training airplane like that 170 or some of those 172s that we were listening to on the radio, the wings are twisted.
Okay.
And they have a much fatter profile, which means they'll generate lift at much slower speeds. And also because they're twisted, as they stall, the inboard parts stall first.
Okay.
Which means the plane loses lift. They'll also have the tail be making lift, even though the wings will quit making lift. So what happens is, as the wings start to reduce lift, it automatically, regardless of what control inputs you put in, it'll put the nose down, feedback. And what it means is its stall characteristics are very gentle, very predictable, and there's lots of warning. Like as the plane starts to stall, it feels mushy. The wings will start banging. So you'll hear the separation, the boundary layer will start to separate, and you can hear the air slapping the wing. Right? So you get all kinds of warning. And you can fly the plane like that for a while, and it'll be okay. And you're still in control, because the outer board tips, that's where you see those things that I'm wiggling in there? That's ailerons. They're on the outer part of the wing. Well, this plane has them all the way, they're huge, great big long things. On a training plane, they'd be smaller, and they'd be out near the tips.
Okay.
Because the tip of the wing stalls last, and so you have positive control throughout the whole event. Whereas in this aircraft, that whole wing stalls at once.
Yeah.
And the problem is, one of the wings will stall before the other, due to randomness. So that thing, like this plane weighs 3,000 pounds. That wing's making 1,500 pounds of lift, and it's a 36-foot wingspan, so it's 18 feet out there. That plane has, because it's stalled, 1,500 pounds pointing straight down, and so the plane just flips upside down instantly, and then that wing stalls. And then once you're upside down, you're looking at the ground, you end up collecting a hell of a lot of speed right away. So it can be, it's much more of a commercial aircraft. It's not a, it's a going places airplane. It's meant to be go places in a hurry.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's why I bought it, and I don't mind it at all, but you need to be careful when you're doing certain activities. We're not doing any of those things right now. Don't worry about it. I don't want to make it sound like it's a doom plane or anything. It's not, but...
no, I'm not worried.
Feel comfortable? You're doing all right?
Yeah.
You don't feel motion sick at all? You're not weirded out or anything?
No.
Okay, good. I'll check everybody's feeling okay. Now, if you have the landing gear out and the flaps down, the stall characteristics are actually quite pleasant, because that's when you're landing. Landing is a deliberate stall close to the ground. You get the airplane really slow, with the wheels out, close to the ground, and then you stop flying. And then the plane falls out of the air, but it only falls about an inch to the pavement. Good landing. Right? And so, because you have this variable geometry with the flaps and the landing gear, the stall characteristics in that case are very, very different. Right? And as you'll notice, the flaps only go about halfway out. If we start stalling with the flaps down, other things are going to happen. Sadly, what's going to happen, though, is that the outer part of the wing stalls first, and that's where the directional control comes in. But at slow speeds, you've got the rudder, and that's what the rudder is for. So everything all works out.
So do you have to do a certain amount of hours flying each year to maintain your life?
Yes, you do. Yep. Not a lot. It's like 10 hours every 10 years.
Oh, wow. That is not much.
Not much. For my instrument rating, I need to do 6 hours and 6 landings every 6 months.
Okay.
So, or 6 approaches to minimums every. Because that's a much more difficult thing to stay proficient with. You need practice all the time. And I mean, I'm blessed with a good enough job that I can afford to do this. I'm not saying I work to be orbital to fly, but it's pretty close to that.
Yeah, I don't think it would be. I don't think it's a cheap sport.
It's not bad. Moose hunting's maybe more expensive. Golfers spend more money.
Sorry?
It costs me about $4,000 a year just to own the plane, whether I fly it or not. It costs me about another $6,000 in fuel every year. About $10,000 a year is what I.
That's reasonable, but
my wife doesn't think so. I'd rather go to a vacation in Hawaii.
Yeah.
This is our vacation, though. Like, I took my dad to Churchill this summer, and usually I'll go with Anne-Marie. We'll go visit our family and friends out in Penticton. We use this airplane to get around because I love it. It's got to be, you're more subject to the weather than you would be if you took a commercial flight. Right? Like, I can fly on instruments, but I'm not a proficient professional, and so I have pretty high minimums. Like, I can't shoot. I would never, on purpose, plan to do a low approach in poor visibility, for example, like in a howling rainstorm with a 300-foot ceiling or something. That is not something I would choose to do. I don't practice that. I don't train for that. You can kind of see North Battleford up there now.
Oh, yeah.
We're about 2,500 feet up, 2,500 feet up, I think. 4,500, well, not maybe 2,000 feet up. So our horizon is going to be square root of 20, 10. Horizon maybe is 70 miles away.
70 miles.
Under these conditions, you can see it's clear. It's been kind of raining the last couple of days, but now it's all dried up. So you know it's your visibility range is infinity.
Yeah. But you can see the Coriolis effect. You can see the actual curvature of the Earth.
You can a little bit, yep. I'm just switching fuel tanks to keep the plane balanced and pull pull out of, and we're getting close to, we're going to be landing in 7 minutes. Oh, I should make my position call here. .28. Actually.
52 Zulu, wind light and variable, visibility greater than 9er, sky clear, temperature 18, dew point 9er, altimeter 29er 73, density altitude 2,800 feet. North Battleford, automated weather observation system, observation taken at 1652 Zulu, wind light and variable, visibility greater than 9er, sky clear, temperature 18, dew point 9er, altimeter 29er 73, density altitude 2,800 feet. North Battleford, automated weather observation system, observation taken at
126.7 traffic, Comanche Foxtrot, November Zulu Bravo is 23 miles outside of North Battleford. We're at 4,500 feet and we're off to the east. Inbound for landing, we should be wheels down in 15 minutes, November Zulu Bravo. $123,375. 123,375. Nobody's talking back to us.
They detect your plane.
What's that?
They detect it, as in like...
Well, I don't think there's any air traffic control in North Battleford, as I recall correctly. It's a powered airfield. And I think we'll land on runway 30 because 2406 is closed. I looked at it. North Battleford radio, Comanche Foxtrot, November Zulu Bravo is 21 miles to the east, or southeast, and we are at 4,300 feet. Inbound for landing, and we should be over the field in 10 or 8 minutes, and wheels down in 15, November Zulu Bravo. No one's going to answer. Monitor 126.7, just.
No one answers, do you just land anyway?
Oh, well, we'll make the required calls, and we'll land. The wind was 210, Saskatchewan, so that way.
Yeah. So is that it there?
Yeah, that's a picture of the runway. Our options are runways, what are runway options? So run 1230. Have left-hand traffic on runway 12. Bit of a crosswind, but no, maybe because Saskatoon said the wind was 210. You guys are saying it's light and variable. There is no wind. I'm thinking runway 12.
How much fuel does this thing hold?
Battleford 123,375. 23,375. Okay. This aircraft will hold 90 gallons.
90?
90. Yep. A lot. 560 pounds of fuel. We'll hold more fuel than the two of us sitting here.
That's a lot of fuel.
So I'm going to fill it right up because I got a couple of long trips planned and the gas is quite inexpensive here. It's self-service, very low maintenance. It's quite nice.
Okay, good.
It's an excuse to go flying. Okay, we're flying.
You burn a lot more fuel when it's full, obviously.
You burn a little bit more if you're heavier, but not much.
Okay.
Not enough to get all tense about.
Foxtrot Alpha Romeo Charlie, currently 15 miles to the north of Mooska at 6,000 feet, descending down to 3,500, switching.
What he's talking about, 26.7 are them, I think. One, two, three, 375. Okay. There's nobody manning the tower. Must be. Approaching VNAV profile. I'm going to cut engine power so that the airplane starts to come down. Bridge this up. See your sticker. Make sure the lights are on. The runways. Long way. Oh, I see the runway. Oh shit, we're lined right up on it. Right here.
I can't see the runway at all.
Right there, light gray dot with a dark gray line through the middle of it. Those two little lakes off to our right.
Yeah.
So it's a big lake, a little, and it's a runway.
Okay.
1,500 feet above. We want 2,800 feet is where we're headed. So we're going to come from the west, I guess. We'll go crosswind over the field and we'll join a left-hand circuit for runway 12. North Battleford traffic, Comanche Foxtrot November Zulu Bravo is 8 miles to the southwest. We're at 3,300 feet, descending down to 2,800 feet. We'll be crosswind over the field, and in 3 minutes, joining downwind left for runway 12, November Zulu Bravo.
November Zulu Bravo, this is Winnipeg radio. Check your frequencies. Do you need the mandatory for North Battleford?
North Battleford radio frequency is 123375, November Zulu Bravo.
That's Winnipeg radio. Stand by for the North Battleford mandatory frequency.
1221. Winnipeg radio, thank you very much. I'm looking at the map again, 1221, thank you.
Roger, and altimeter for North Battleford at 1600 Zulu, 2974.
Thank you very much, 2974, November Zulu Bravo.
Roger, good day.
Alright.
Radio.
North Battleford traffic, November Zulu Bravo is at 2,800 feet. We are 5 miles to the southeast, and we are going to be joining crosswind over the field in 3 minutes, joining downwind left for runway 12, November Zulu Bravo.
November Zulu Bravo, scope 5.
for traffic, Golf House 1 Kilo, San 130.
November, Zulu Bravo, Scope 5 in North Battleford.
Scope 5, North Battleford. Did I have that right? This is November Zulu Bravo.
That's correct. We're a tow plane, towing a glider currently on takeoff runway heading. 2,500 feet, we'll be towing to 3,800 for right-hand circuit tow pattern. Other glider is on the ground currently, or will be shortly.
November Zulu Bravo, I'm looking for that traffic. And what runway were you about to be taking off on, November Zulu Bravo?
We're airborne off runway 30 and just crossing over the edge of the city of North Battleford, just about to turn across wind about a mile and a half to the, I guess, northwest.
November Zulu Bravo, we'll be watching for that. I'll join downwind right for runway 30.
Copy, Roger. We're just passing through 2,800 feet, so it should be above you by the time we get a little closer back to the airfield.
November Zulu Bravo.
North Battleford traffic, Golf House 7 Kilo is base 30.
Well, now. Help me, thank God I actually had the right frequency.
He coming down here.
Just took off that way.
Ah, he's already gone.
It's already gone.
Can't see him anywhere.
Yeah, me either. They're very hard to spot. Lights on, fuel pump on.
For traffic, Golf House 7 Kilo is on
Full ridge.
30, touching it.
Going slow enough, let's put the gear down. November Zulu Bravo is crosswind over the field, turning downwind right for runway 30. November Zulu Bravo.
And November Zulu Bravo, Scout 5. We've got you here. I think I'm probably here about 9 o'clock, slightly higher.
November Zulu Bravo. Spider ops on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Pretty this way a little bit more. Final.
Landed.
North Battleford Radio, this is November Zulu Bravo, about to turn base for runway 30 and have aircraft on, rolling out on the runway 30, November Zulu Bravo. Off. Not talking on the radio. That is.
North Battleford traffic, Scout 5, ready glider release 3,900. 1 mile to the northeast of the field.
Battleford traffic, Golf House 1 Kilo is clear 30, turning right on course. Yeah.
The guy that just took off. Finally talked. November Zulu Bravo turning final, runway 30.
Scout 5, right hand downwind, runway 30, number 2.
Okay, we got a nice thorough crosswind.
$500.
Okay, landing checklist, full ridge. All down, gears down and locked, that's your job.
Yep.
Flaps are full, and we're on final approach. Pretty light, let's. Lighter right there. Not one of my best. But not too shabby.
They're down. That's always a positive.
Well, you know, they say, I think it was the guy who landed.
North Battleford traffic can check Gulf X-ray. Delta Victor is...
Any landing you can walk away from a good landing.
Over the city.
Landing you can walk away from is a good landing.
Yep.
Any landing that where you can use a plane again is a great.
True.
And North Battleford traffic, glider 11 is currently 1 nautical mile to the north of runway 3012. Just at 3,500, we'll be planning to join you right now on runway 30 in approximately 2 minutes.
No idea they had glider off. Awesome.
North Battleford traffic, scope 5, final runway 30.
North Battleford traffic, November Zulu Bravo is clear, runway 30.
That's someone's private jet.
Yes, it is. That is private jet.
That's not a cheap hobby.
That's not a cheap hobby. Please direct prop wash away from building. Oh, I will do that. Oh, gotta chase a gopher out of there. It's always a nerve wracking.